He's definitely one very proud brother here tonight, so I think he deserves another round of applause for him. Let's give him a big hand. How's everyone doing tonight? You guys hear me? Yeah! I want to thank you for all coming out tonight. Those of you who don't know me, my name is Sovy. I have a lot of roles today. As you see me running around stressed out all day. First of all, I'm the bride's brother. I'm one of the groomsmen, and as many as you know, I'm like the wedding planner for tonight, or as I like to call myself, the wedding producer for tonight's festivities. Pretty much when I was helping out Sylvie and Robin with this wedding blitz, or whatever you call it, wedding planning, I had so much fun. I was their lackey, their sidekick, their wing person, and Sylvie's punching bag, which was pissed off about something. So I was pretty much getting the brunt of it, but I enjoyed every minute. First of all, my mom, Leona Sebastian. Give a round of applause for my mom. My mom, she was there from the very beginning. We've been planning this for 15 months for this 15-hour event. So I want to thank Mom for being involved and taking care of all this stuff. It's been a fun ride. And Mom, honestly, after going through all this and planning and preparation, one thing I want to tell you, I'm never getting married. No way, this is it. I hope you guys are enjoying it because you're not going to see me for a while up here. I'll probably hope to go to Vegas. You're more than welcome to join me down there. But seriously, a lot of people are asking me today, so Sovy, why are you wearing this patch on your left shoulder, SED? Well, it means two things. First of all, for the attractive, cute girls, single girls out there, it stands for Sovy's eligible brother. But more importantly, SED stands for my father, who passed away a few years ago, Sebastian Ara. So please give a round of applause for my father, who is here presently. There's 401 people here at this reception hall. 400 are physically present here, but one person, his spirit and his presence among us, and that's my father. He, as you know, he was a big party guy, social guy. He loved this kind of scene. So he's definitely here present among us. He passed away November 21st, 2006. Every 21st of the month, I usually go to St. Patrick's Cathedral. St. Patrick's Cathedral is a big church, my dad's favorite church, located in Midtown Manhattan. And I would always go to the 60th pew, the 60th marking the age he passed away at the age of 60. And that's the only place I talk to my father, is at that pew, at that church, around the 21st of every month, to marking his death anniversary. And pretty much I always talk to him and hang out. Usually I always complain about sports on the Yankees, the Knicks, the Giants, and that's what we're always good at, talking. But this month I was talking about Sylvie's wedding. And pretty much I was like, Dad, don't mess this up. We had all this logistic planned and everything's all set up. Everything looks good on paper. Now it's up to you to make it over the hump, off the hook party. And thank God it didn't rain because this bridezilla will be on my case all day kicking and screaming about it. Pretty much, this is probably the most important speech I have to give because I'm not representing myself. I'm representing a family. I'm representing my father. Because if he was living today, he would be giving this speech. So I have the great honor and duty to be in his presence and try to speak on behalf of our family. Especially, this is our first wedding in our family's history here in the States. I'm very fortunate to have Sovy as my older sister. I looked up her in many ways. She always, as you can tell from the previous slideshows, we were very close growing up, and we were very helpful to one another. And she always helped me in school, from grammar school to middle school. Even when I was in college, I would call her. When I was in Syracuse, we would like to call the frozen tundra up there. She would always give me speeches and pretty much, not really speeches, but scolding me what to do in college and stuff like that. And she made me into a successful person. And I want to tell Robin's family that you guys are bringing in a wonderful, caring, loving daughter, sister, cousin, friend into your family. You're very blessed to have Sovy in part of your lives. Those of you who don't know, Sovy, her name originates from my parents. It's actually a hybrid name of my parents. You have Sebastian, and then Lily, and that makes up Sovy. And it's so true because Sovy has the characteristics of both my parents. On my father's side, as Robin knows, he's a very city person, very eat, breathe, sleep in New York. She's such a city girl, just like my dad. And from my mother's side, she's very caring, opening, and loving. But then, my parents, I was born, and the parents named me Sovy. Sovy is short for Savio, S-A-V-I-O. I was named after an Italian Catholic saint, St. Dominic Savio, thinking that, maybe I would be kind of saintly figure. That didn't work, Mom, as you can tell. At least you got Sylvie's name right, so 1 out of 2 is not bad. But also, it was kind of a funny story. 2 days ago, she pulled me over, and she's like, Sovy. She was kind of frustrated, kind of nervous, and she was like, I got a problem. I was like, you know what I'm saying. So I was like, what? Oh, is this the church? Is the reception? Is the photographer? What's going on? You gotta fix this up. As you may know, I get very, anal when it comes to putting these together and planning an event. She's like, no, when I go on my honeymoon, you gotta take care of my fantasy football league. I never said this story before. Mom doesn't know it, Sylvia doesn't know this story, so I might as well tell in front of 400 people, why not? But as many as you know who came to my house, we have a family room, basement downstairs, a little bar stool and a little bar, where my dad would always hang out, with our fellow local friends, and we'd always watch TV and hang out. Yeah, I see all the uncles nodding, and they say, yeah, I had very fond memories of that place. But one day when I was a little bit in my college days, my dad pulled me over. We were drinking on the stool. I mean, we're not drinking, Mom. We were drinking orange soda, not alcohol. So don't worry about that. But we were talking for a bit, and he said, this is very important. If one day, if I'm not around, I need you to somehow, trust on you to take care of the family, to take care of your mom, take care of your house, take care of the house, keep the R off, or I like to call myself the ASAP, because that's my TV name. I can't say R off in the TV news, but to keep the R off name alive. And I'm trying my best ability to do that. Most importantly, Tony, is Sylvie's not if I'm not around for Sovy's wedding, I need you to walk up her aisle. And one thing, doing all these roles as the brother of the bride, the groomsman, the wedding planner, the most important role is walking up the aisle earlier this afternoon, reminiscing, representing my father. So that's like the most important role. That's why I have been so active and very involved in this wedding, because I made a promise to my father way back, and I gotta complete that promise. So that's the reason I've been like in your case, Sovy. Robin, you are a perfect fit for Sovy. And I'm not just saying this because you work for Apple and you give me crazy employee discounts now, because I can use an iPad and iMac right now. Just wink, But we'll talk about after our honeymoon. We'll talk about that, all right? And also, as Robin is left his town in Houston to come to live in New York for Sovy. That's very loving, and that's a huge honor, and I always respect any guy who will do that for my sister. But Sovy and Robin wanted me to give a special thanks to people who helped us organize today's event. First of all, I'd like to thank our family and friends who traveled near and far for this event. Last time my family was here and friends was here was for a tragic situation 6 years ago for my father's funeral, but now we're here for a joyous occasion. And that's life. One day is tragic, the next day is joyous. You just gotta keep going on. Tomorrow's also another day. We also like to thank our bridesmaid and groomsmen. Thank you for doing all the roles and responsibilities. We gave you a lot of audible switches, doing this and that. Thank you for being with us from the very beginning. Also, I have a special thanks for my ushers for taking control of the church early this afternoon. It starts with our head usher, Anish, then Keith, then Joey and Sherwin. Thanks, guys, for, as you know, I was on your case the past 2 weeks, giving instructions on what to do, but it turned out really well. Also, a special thank you to Keith Baker, one of my good friends. Keith, as you know, you saw my dad's slideshow earlier in the evening. That was done by Keith. Keith and Sylvie produced and edited it. So thank you, Keith, for bringing my father indirectly into this party. Thank you so much. Robin, I want to tell you this. If my dad was here, he would say this to you. Robin, you're bringing in a great girl into your family. We will always love you. We will always be here for you. You always have a family here in New York. And if he was physically here, he would say this to you. Robin, welcome home, son. Ladies and gentlemen, we went down from 4 down to 3 with the passing of my father, but now we have the addition of Robin. We're back to 4, and he's filling a great void in our life. Thank you, everybody.
Beautiful. Take a nice picture there. Big smile.